And meanwhile, while Washington hopes to welcome some guys back from injury soon, so do the Oriole fans, as Brian Roberts joins us. And Brian, I know it's very frustrating for you. You haven't had an at-bat this year, but you told us earlier today, close to coming back is the word you used. How you feeling?
I'm doing okay, guys. Thanks. Definitely closer than I've been in over a year since my injury happened, and just excited to get out there and have some fun and hopefully get back on the field.
Hey, B-Rob, is it simple when we're dealing with this concussion syndrome that not a lot of people know about? Can you describe it as sometimes you just don't feel right? Is it that simple?
I guess that's one way to describe it. There's, as you said, there's really no way to necessarily describe it to somebody who's never had it. There's a lot of different things that go into it, and each one is unique and each one is different. That's the hard part about it is, I dealt with probably some things that were different than maybe Justin Morneau or Sidney Crosby or guys like that, and they probably dealt with things that were different than what I have. But the biggest thing is getting on a program and getting with a doctor and things that they can diagnose those and help you recover from them.
Well, I tell you what, seeing you out there on the field today in batting practice and working on some things, your spirits look good from afar. Take me through the little small pud that you were using out there in your drills.
Yeah, it's started just getting back into being on the field. It's been a long time for me, so I'm trying to do things that are going to help me with my concentration, help me make it a little bit easier once I get into a game situation. So I've been using a little small training glove, which I've really enjoyed. It just makes you focus on catching the ball in the same place all the time, makes you focus on a routine ground ball, whereas, as big leaguers, sometimes we get a little bit lazy during BP, or when we take so many ground balls over and over again, you tend to lose a little bit of concentration. So those are things I've been doing to try and keep my concentration level high, so that when I do get into the game, it's a little bit easier.
Hey, Brian, if your uniform that I saw this afternoon that you were wearing was any indication, and by the way, that was a great play by Steve Tollison over at third to throw out the catcher, Maldonado. I mean, you were infield dirt, warning track dirt, head to toe. So what kind of stuff are you doing out there? Are you doing some dives and trying to simulate some game situations? Yeah, that's one of the last kind of hurdles that my doctors really wanted me to get over, is to get on the ground. That's the last way that I was injured, was diving into first base. And certainly anytime that I think a player has an injury, one of the hardest things coming back is to do the activity that got you injured in the first place. And so getting back on the ground, diving for ground balls, stealing bases, sliding into second, sliding into third, those are things that I've been working on. It's certainly been a long time since I did that in practice. I did it growing up as a kid, but you don't do it much once you get to certainly the major league level. You don't dive much during practice or slide, just because you don't want to risk an injury during practice. But it's been fun to get out and kind of act like a kid again, and take ground balls and dive all over the field. And with the Nationals pitchers were out playing some ultimate frisbee, I think they looked at me like I was crazy today.
Hey, Brian, you've certainly been there in Baltimore through some lean times. And right now you're not out on the field, but you're enjoying watching your teammates go out there on a nightly basis and win some games. Does this make it even more so that you want to push the envelope and get back out there?
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit bittersweet, as I've told a lot of people, is that I've been here a long time, and I've been looking forward to playing on a team that has a chance to compete in August and September. And I think that this is a team that can do that. At the same time, I can't control my outside circumstances. So all I'm trying to do is come to the park every day, work hard, and enjoy the good times and the successes these guys are having with them. Try to encourage them, try to be as much help as I can. And then, when I get the opportunity, hopefully I can come back and give a little bit of a push to us. Washington Nationals, their first base runner on the Roger Bernardino walk. Ross Detweiler, one sacrifice this year, 4 career. We're visiting with Brian Roberts. Brian, is it hard to believe that it's been a full year plus 3 days since you played your last game? Yeah, it's sometimes it feels like 5 years, and sometimes it feels like yesterday. It's just been one of those things that's been so up and down, and so many twists and turns to the rehab, and you have some good days and some bad days that really you lose track of time. We were in Kansas City the other day when I had my 1 year kind of anniversary, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, and I was so grateful that it was on a good day, and that my days are looking up, and that it wasn't on a down note. So it's been a long time. Things are going to happen pretty quick, I'm sure, when I get back on the field, and 90 is going to look like 120, but I'm just excited to get back out there and play the game that I have grown up loving and the game that I still love, and I want to get out there and play again.
Well, Brian, I know all Orioles fans look forward to that. Hey, we appreciate your time.
Sure.
Continued good luck in your comeback, and we appreciate the way you play the game.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Brian Roberts, 34 years young, sitting out an entire year. Steve Long